Okay, so I've been tasked with this 15mm compressed cement sheet as some of the demo for this deck, and that's probably like the result of 3 or 4 hours work. 15 mil thick, and there's a lot to do. From here it goes on and on and on and on for 20 meters. Flip a neck. Best I crack on, hey? Okay folks, progress update, sit rep, situation report, whatever you want to call it. You last saw my ugly face 2 mornings ago, and fast forward 2 mornings, this is where we are at. I've had some amazing help from a dear friend who probably couldn't have done it without him. Anyway, I just thought it's not worth showing you the process to take off all that 15mm compressed fibre cement. Bit boring, but maybe you find this boring too. Anyhow, I didn't bother. It was like back-breaking work, but we got there. Let me show you. So there is the pile of 20 meters by 6 meter decking, and here is the stripped deck. Bam. So a few issues with this one. First of all, we had some casualties with tools. A 9-inch angle grinder caught on fire in my hand, but my hand's okay. Went through a few blades and ended up getting through the last sort of few boards with a 5-inch angle grinder with a diamond blade disc on it, which was the savior in the end. It just got us home. So thank you to my Milwaukee 5-inch angle grinder for that. Anyhow, the method we used to cut these out was, you can imagine, between that double joist, a sheet spanned across to that double joist, and it was screwed down, and then obviously had screws in the middle. So inside that line and around the perimeter, we sort of tried to cut that out. Then we had a sheet in the middle, and we were left with all the strips that were screwed on, and we were able to rip it off the center one just with a bit of brute force. And then because they were so heavy, we needed to break it down further. As you can see, there's a bit of debris below the deck on ground level. So that was effectively our method to remove the sheets. And then, as you can see here, there's just sort of been taking out the last of the section where I cut, inside these noggins at the door entries. And these are the last sort of few that I need to take out now. It's all siliconed in and everything like that. So yeah, but that being said, we did find a few little surprises underneath when we took the boards up, and as you can see, that's sort of a pretty common occurrence, and we've got a lot of beautiful mushrooms. Look at that. Take those home for dinner tonight. And yeah, it's just completely, in pretty bad order. Initially we thought that we would just have to replace the bearers, which are internal H1 bearers, not external. But I think they thought that when they put the sheeting on top of this deck, that it was going to be effectively an internal space and therefore be protected. But because it had no ventilation, and the weather just got to it, the water just got to it, there was so much condensation in there, it just didn't go well. So they need to be replaced with a H3 minimum, which are blue in colour, not yellow, LVL, and the joists, which we initially thought were going to be salvageable, are not really salvageable. So yeah, they're going to have to be replaced too. So as well as that, all the stumps are being replaced except for the external perimeter stumps. Like all these ones, boom, you can see like the post there on the perimeter forms the balustrade as well right around. So they're going to stay. Obviously there is financial constraints at some point with certain things, and this is one of those times. But the rest of the stumps in the center of the deck, there's quite a few of them, like 20 or 30 of them I think, are going to be replaced with steel. So yeah, but over time this deck, especially like at the doorways, like along here, well, the engineer has believed that, or does believe that, it has dropped slightly with the moisture content that's underneath the deck due to the concrete sheet that was there. However, it's hard to see, but you know, we're gonna just address that later next week once the re-stumping happens. So yes, we will hopefully resolve that. And also the deck's going to be dropped maybe to a minimum step height, just so there's no chance that, so effectively this will all just come down, so that there's no chance that any water, because there has been a bit of water ingress in the house along the sill of all these doors here. So yeah, we'll try and eliminate that as well, and everyone will be happy. So yeah, but as you can see, there's not much left of that. So yeah, and I just feel like for the sake of, you know, a few good ones, you may as well just replace all of the joists, and effectively the whole deck's being rebuilt, because most of the stumps are being changed, the bearers are being changed, and the joists are being changed. Anyway, following that, the new cladding going on will be a composite eco deck cladding, which is a composite decking board, sort of like a plastic and recycled plastic and timber mix, and it's like no maintenance ever. They're about a 137mm board, and yeah, I will lay those. I've got to make some new stairs over there because these aren't to code anymore. But yeah, I'm going to just lay in that direction, obviously. There's going to be a few breakers, so there'll be like effectively three, would you say, not quadrants, but yeah, 3 areas separated by some breaker boards, which is effectively just a board running the opposite way to the normal run of the deck. And that's that really. So yeah, hope all that made sense, and yeah, we will continue to crack on. Okay, so I am done for the day. It is Sunday, mind you, so where are we at, you might ask? So probably all looks the same from earlier, but I've just done a little cleanup underneath. Generally there's a heap of timber I pulled out underneath, just scrap stuff, and then all that there, just some rubble from our demolition is up. The cables for the blinds are all tied back, ready to go, and everything is ready for re-stumping next Thursday. So we'll have a little client meeting in the morning, Monday morning, just to discuss the variation of a replacement for all these joists. I'm pointing, but the camera's not even on what I'm pointing at. And then yeah, we'll see how we go from there. Otherwise, good to go. I'll catch up soon.